everyone, so I'm back with another seasonal party look for you. It's one that I think would be really good again for Christmas parties or even for New Year's Eve, as I've added some diamante gems to the corners of my eyes. If you want to see how I did it, watch on for the tutorial. Okay, so first to start off with, I applied a base or a primer to my eyelid. I used Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. It's just to help with the longevity and of the makeup and to help prevent any creasing. Then the next thing I'm going to do is get MAC's Black Track Fluid Line. Now this is a cream or gel eyeliner, but I like to use it as almost like a paint pot sometimes. It kind of, I prefer how intense it is, maybe compared to Blackground Paint Pot, which is very dark, but you just don't get it as black as using this. Because this is a gel eyeliner, you have to work really, really quickly with it, as it will dry within a minute pretty much. So I do one eye at a time, which is rare. It's harder to get eyes perfectly equally matched if you do them one at a time, but just until I have this first part done, because it dries so quickly, I do one eye at a time. So I'm just applying it with a synthetic shader brush, and I go a little bit above the, just a tiny bit above the crease, and then I'm going to go in with a stiff shader brush, and quickly before it sets you start blending out that edge. I'm grabbing a little bit more of the black gel eyeliner onto that stiff brush, the shader brush, and I'm going to run it just underneath the lower lash line and kind of make sure it gets in between the lash hairs. I don't want to bring it down too far underneath the eye yet. And then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and blend out that edge before it has a chance to dry. As I don't have any concealer or foundation on yet, I can just wipe away if it goes a bit too far down with my finger. I'm just applying some of that black into the waterline as well. Next I'm going to use some of MAC's Blue Brown Pigment, which is that beautiful duochrome colour here. I'm going to pick it up on just a regular shader brush and press that in over the black base, just pretty much up to where my crease is, and then I'm just going to use the tip of the brush to blend it a little bit above the crease. Blend it out a little bit, so I'm not really like pressing it in above the crease, just blending out that edge. And I'm going to pick a little bit up on the tip of my brush as well and run it along the bottom lid. Because Black Track as a base is so black, this pigment turns out much more kind of bluey greeny looking than it normally would if you put it over a less intense background or base, or if you put it on skin by itself, it looks much more brown. You can see it looks a bit more brown there above the crease where there's less of an intense background or base. Next, get a matte highlight colour. I'm using MAC's Mylar, which you can see on the brush is just a really, really pale cream colour eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply that underneath the eyebrow and bring it down to where the edge of the pigment is. I'm also applying a little bit in here to the inner corner around the edge of the pigment as well. Next, on a crease or contour brush, I'm picking up some MAC's Sketch eyeshadow. This is like a brown burgundy colour. It's a beautiful dark crease colour. It actually mimics the warm brown shade of the blue brown quite well. And I'm just going back and forth in the crease with that shade. And if you want to make sure that the edge is blended perfectly, go in with a clean blending brush and just blend around the edges. This way you won't compromise the intensity of the Sketch eyeshadow. Once you're fairly satisfied that the shading on both eyes are matching pretty well, go in with your favourite eyeliner brush and pick up some of the Black Track Fluid Line or whatever gel eyeliner or base you've been using, and apply that above your top lash line I'm going to apply it in a classic eyeliner shape, like a 1950s eyeliner shape where it's quite thin on the inner corner and it gets thicker on the outer corner and up into a little wing on the outside. Using an angled eyeliner brush, apply a little bit of that crease colour right into the lower lash line. Once you have that much done, just get a baby wipe or a facial cleansing wipe and just wipe away any fallout. At this stage, now that you're finished working with most of your loose pigments and the ones that are going to create the most fallout, you can apply your concealer and foundation and powder if you want. To finish off the eyes, first pick up a frosty white pigment. You can just use the same brush that you used for your matte highlight. And just because this is a Christmas look, I don't mind applying shimmer under the brow bone even though there's shimmer on the eyelid. And then just blend it in with the rest of your shadow. Also apply a little bit in here to the inner corner. Then using a little bit of a clear eyelash glue, I have the Duo Lash Adhesive here. And using a small kind of precise tipped applicator, apply a little bit of that lash glue. First of all, a little bit just there to the very tip of your eyeliner tail. Then one in here right by the lashes. And then one in between those two. And try and have them relatively evenly spaced, like so. And you can let that dry for or kind of go tacky for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then I'm going to use some gems. I'm going to use the 3 smaller sizes, so these 3 here. And I'm going to put the smallest one on the very tip, next one up, next one in, and then the largest size I'm going to use on the right beside the lashes. And here is the finished look. So you can wear lipstick if you want. I only went with lip liner and some gloss. It's like a glittery Sally Henson clear gloss. It's called the Diamond Lip Treatment. It smells like jelly beans though, so that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. But my lips are really dry and gross and chappy at the moment from having a cold. So lipstick would probably last longer all night if you were, if you wanted to worry about it lasting. But besides that, that's the entire look. So yeah, I hope you liked it, guys, and I'll see you again really soon for another video. Bye.